What is up, GOAT World? This is the host, owner, operator, your head honcho of Atlanta GOAT format, Aaron or Karem here. Thank you all for tuning in. This is your GOAT Grand Prix Atlanta event breakdown. And we had 49 players turn out for GOAT format, and boy did they show out. We had Chaos Turbo taking over the overall census of this event. No surprise there. We had Warrior following up right underneath it to giving a run for its money. And we had a couple other decks like Earth Aggro and Chaos Control have a huge resurgence. And of course, that pesky Burn was sneaking around and taking out the competition. Had a couple different other decks kind of fit in there and some mysterious labels. We'll find out more about some of those later. Moving on to the top 8 deck lists. In Top Cut, Corey Dale, one of the South Carolina boys, rocking the Chaos Turbo strategy. Nothing really to write home about here, just a very consistent list piloted by a pretty well-established player and someone who has done well at our previous events, coming out and just having a field day with it. Overall card strategy and card choice here is pretty normal. Solemn Judgment coming its way into the sideboard to help him deal with those difficult situations. But overall, congratulations, Corey, on 8th place at the GGP Atlanta. Moving on to 7th place, we have an Atlanta boy, legendary name man, James Hames, dropping it in with Chaos Turbo. He, of course, was rocking the ever so popular right now Zaborg the Thunder Monarch in the main deck. This card was helping him clear off sets and push for damage all day. Wouldn't be a James Hames deck list without Magic Drain finding its way somewhere into that deck list. One of James's more so favorite special preferred cards of choice. Congratulations again on the top at the GGP, James. Moving on to 6th place, we have the Burn brother, Jacob Patterson, dropping 3 rats and 3 chain energy. I know his opponents were squirming in their seats all day. What a difficult matchup to deal with, on top of the Burn matchup being already a sweat-inducing nightmare. You were imposing and locking him up with chain energy, which actually came up in his feature match against Prix, where they were in a kind of back and forth, locked under that pesky chain energy. Congratulations again to Jacob on the top, rocking that Panda Burn. Now moving on to 5th place, we have another Atlanta native, Clay Miller, rocking in with the Chaos Turbo as well. And of course, just like James, bringing in that Zaborg really does help in getting to your opponent and solidifying your matches. Now, Clay was opting for a little bit more of a Chaos Control sideboard to bring in. I'm assuming for decks like Warrior, to help him deal with it, especially now that they're bringing in cards like Sambaira. It kind of helps redirect that type of punishment that you kind of receive from them removing your spies. You're able to kind of help your spies out by bringing in cards like Thousand Eyes Restrict and Scapegoat to provide more of type of a wall situation against aggressive decks, and it obviously paid off well for him. Congratulations on 5th place, Clay. But now we're going to move on to 4th place, another Atlanta player who was piloting the same deck he played at the Duelist Kingdom. He said, run it back. We were playing the Limiter Reasoning Gate strategy, where you utilize machine monsters like Blowback Dragon, Fusilier, Jinzo, and Cyberstein, and combine them with the nasty Limiter removal to beef them up and take your opponent's life points. Is also utilizing the Megamorph and the United We Stand to have extra damage to be able to steal games. I mean, Ken was taking games fast. He was flipping all day, and he flipped himself all the way into 4th place for the GOAT Grand Prix. Congratulations to Ken on the top. But now moving on, we're going to move on to the 3rd place deck profile of fan favorite Prix. Came up and showed out with Quiche, a Ritual Chaos type strategy that utilizes Manju and Senju to get to your Ritual monster relinquished. I'm kind of utilizing him as discard fodder. I really enjoyed a lot of Pui's games on Saturday. Probably my favorite part of her deck list was the triple Messenger of Peace in the sideboard. That card helped her in many difficult situations on Saturday, and I absolutely loved seeing that card getting some play. Prix remained undefeated until Top Cut, so congratulations to her on a fantastic Saturday. Congratulations again. Moving on to second place, we had another Atlanta-owned Alec Rybczynski, aka Toxie, in the Discord, taking home the second place position with Warrior. Now, he was rocking the Sinister in main for an extra little wall to help give him some breathing room. But other than that, pretty consistent Warrior list. He's got the Spies in the side to help him even get a further wall against the Mirror Match or, of course, Chaos Turbo to be able to continue to play. Rocking cards like Spirit Reaper to help with that as well. Just a pretty consistent list. Alec had a lot of steam all day, and it just fell a little bit short in the finals. But overall, a great Saturday. Congratulations to you, Alec, on your second place finish and representing Atlanta well. Moving on to, of course, what you have all been waiting for. The winning deck list of the GOAT Grand Prix Atlanta event on Saturday, April 6th was Kiss Dueling High 101 coming in, taking names, and taking home the prize of GOAT Grand Prix Atlanta Grand Champion. Congratulations, Don, on a job well done. He came out with the infamous Chaos Turbo strategy and was just on one on Saturday. I mean, watching this guy play all day was an absolute feast. He was feasting on his opponent that he just absolutely cooked. I mean, the timely torrentials, the timely Regeki breaks, the timely knocks were just flowing for him all day. His ability to know when to play him and when to hold him was incredible. And we saw that displayed in the finals, we saw that displayed in the top 4, and we saw that displayed in his top 8 match. Knowing when to hold cards like Ring of Destruction to be able to secure him the victory was fundamental to Don's reign on this event. Incredible job, Don, and congratulations on your championship. That was it for the top 8 deck lists of the GOAT Grand Prix Atlanta tournament. Just to go over the top 8 for you, we had Chaos Turbo showing up and taking over half of the top cut and came home with the prize. Warrior, Quiche, Burn, and Reasoning Gate all kind of remained equal as there was one each of them represented in the top cut. Overall, a fantastic tournament. Great turnout, great competitive atmosphere, and just another excuse for all of us to get together and play the game that we love. The greatest format of all time, GOAT format. Big shout outs to JDZ for believing in us and giving us the opportunity to host this event for all of you. Big shout out to my team, myself, the players, and the judges who turned out and made this event happen. I'm so appreciative that we were able to complete one of my goals for this year in hosting and providing a GOAT Grand Prix. Thank you all for being a part of that, and I hope to catch you next year at the next GOAT Grand Prix Atlanta. Peace.